I never had opportunities in life. Some people will say that's a lie, that opportunities appeared and I just didn't notice them or let them slip away. But that's not true. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't have friends. I was rejected by society because of my social class, my skin color. And as for family, when I was a child, I remember it well. I was only 7 years old when my stepfather beat me, a useless drunk. While he hit me, I could hear my mother saying, "Hit him harder, he deserves it." I had no idea why I was being beaten. I was only 7 years old. And to this day, I still don't know why I suffered those attacks. I found refuge in the streets, a place where I felt safe. Every time I was beaten, I went farther away. Until one day I never came back. No one looked for me. It sounds sad now. But wait, it gets worse. As time passed, I grew up. I don't know how old I am. I don't even know if I'm legally an adult. I ran away at 7. A child that age doesn't understand time. I survived the only way I knew how. Eating scraps, begging at markets. Sometimes I did small jobs and earned a few coins, just enough to eat. Barely. One day I felt happy. I didn't understand why. My life was still miserable. I used to walk looking at the ground all the time, excluded even by myself. But that strange happiness made me smile. I think it was the first time I had ever smiled. For a moment, I thought it was my birthday, and I felt even happier, like something good was finally going to happen. But it didn't. Without realizing it, I walked into an avenue in a wealthy neighborhood, a place where people like me were not welcome. I noticed people staring at me, but I didn't understand why. I was still under that illusion of happiness, a homeless boy wearing dirty rags, dark-skinned, in a place I should never have been. Soon, people started going back into their houses. That's when I realized where I was. A group of teenagers approached me, 8 of them, 5 boys and 3 girls. They seemed friendly. They asked if I was hungry and offered me food. I accepted. They took me to one of their houses. When we got there, the owner made a gesture, and she led me to the backyard. I noticed everything. The place was beautiful. There was a swimming pool. I had never seen one up close before. The others took a while to show up. I thought it was because of the food. Maybe they were even going to give me some clothes. But when they appeared, I felt it. What I now know was the chill of death. Each of them held a wooden bat. One of them had 2 and handed one to the girl. I don't know why I didn't scream for help. Maybe I was too ashamed of myself. One of the boys stepped closer and whispered, "You must be crazy to come here and mess with the order and the ethics of my neighborhood." I stayed silent. I couldn't speak. I saw my entire miserable life flash before my eyes. Friends who never laughed with me. Family who never embraced me. A mother who never loved me. I accepted what was about to happen, but for the first time, I felt hatred. Not normal hatred. Something dense, almost physical. It was stuck in my throat, like I could chew it. Then came the first blow. Not to my head, to my legs. I fell. The pain was intense, but brief. Then the others came, everywhere. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I accepted it. But the hatred kept growing, not just for what was happening, but for everything. It built up. I didn't react. I swore. I felt warm blood running down my face. I tasted iron filling my mouth. I heard insults, grotesque words. judgment for things I had never done. And then, everything went dark. The voices faded, until silence took over. I opened my eyes. I think. Darkness. Not like a dark room. More like being submerged in deep black waters. A void where my feet couldn't touch the ground. I was floating. I couldn't see my body, but I could feel it. I knew I was conscious. And I knew I was dead. I don't know how long I stayed there, but it felt like forever. When I finally accepted that place, I heard a voice calling a name I had forgotten. Tiago, who's there? I asked, afraid. You suffered a lot in this life. Who are you? Don't be afraid. I don't want to hurt you. I came as a friend. A friend now. At the end of my life, someone appears claiming to be my friend. I want to give you the chance to take revenge on everyone who hurt you. How? Then a small point of light appeared. It didn't illuminate the darkness. Slowly, it grew, turning from white into a vivid red, taking shape. A humanoid cloud. No clear face, no defined limbs, ghost-like. But in that endless void, it became company. Comfort. The offer. My clarity faded. My thoughts slipped away. I felt like I was about to pass out. And I vomited a glowing, viscous substance that dissolved into the darkness. Then the entity spoke. Now we can begin the negotiation. I felt empty, no thoughts, no resistance, ready to be filled. That's when I saw my entire life again. I discovered I was 16 years old and that my mother had never wanted me. The hatred came back, stronger. I felt my body burning from the outside in. Knowledge filled me. Rage consumed me. When it was over, I wasn't the same. It is done, said the entity. I woke up inside a garbage bag, tied up, thrown into the woods near the neighborhood of those who killed me. I tore the bag open, and suddenly, I felt everything. I saw everything. I heard everything. I could smell them. I could hear them. I didn't know what I had become, but I liked it. My wounds were gone. My blood had dried on my skin, and my revenge was sweet, delicious. I devoured them, every single one. With my stepfather, I took my time, tearing him apart piece by piece while my mother watched. Then it was her turn. As mercy, and perhaps a final favor, I ended it quickly. I felt nothing, only contempt. I became the monster they created. Some will say what I went through is not an excuse. I don't care. There are worse monsters out there who never suffered half of what I did. And once again, I don't care. Today, I no longer lower my head. I have knowledge now, wealth, comfort. Not that it matters, but there is something that gives me great satisfaction. I have my swimming pool, and if you're wondering what I became, I'll tell you. I am the Hellhound. I am a werewolf.